Greetings and welcome to World Religions 1300. Hopefully by now you've been able to get on Blackboard and see that the course is open and ready for you to begin. At the top of the sidebar you'll see Start Here, and that is indeed where you start here. So we're going to start today. I'm going to go over the syllabus and give you a little bit of an overview of the class, but first let me introduce myself. My name is Sarah Martz and I am your instructor. I am a middle school teacher by day. I'm an ordained minister in the United Church of Christ, and my passion is teaching world religions to college kids. So this is the place that I want to be, and I'm so excited that you're going to be a part of this journey with me over this next couple months. It is going to go quickly, so I would really encourage you to stay with me, to stay on top of things, to keep up with the reading, to be posting in a timely fashion, getting papers and things turned in a timely fashion, and because it's going to go quickly and I don't want you to fall behind. So please do plan to keep up with me. But it will be a fascinating ride. Studying world religions is kind of like taking a tour around the world, traveling and discovering new places, new ideas, and new things. So I pray that it is life-changing for you as it always is for me to engage in this journey. I do want to take a little bit of time to talk about, to orient you to how the class works. If you go to Start Here, you will see information that is the way to start the class. The first 2 or 3 days of class, you need to get on this page. There are 2 pre-tests. One is kind of a brain dump. What do you already know about world religions? There's religions listed, and you name 2 or 3, 4, 5 things that you know about each religion and submit them. And that's a good way of really determining how much you know about them, and a good way to evaluate at the end how much you've learned. The other test is a much more comprehensive and longer test, but it will be very helpful to you in, again, determining what you already know and preparing you for what you will learn. The 4-unit tests that you'll be taking and the 4-unit exams you'll be taking along the way are literally based on the information on that test, that pre-test. So it exposes you right up front to the information that you're going to be learning and reading about in this class. So do take those 2 tests in the beginning. Also asking you to write a paragraph or 2 about yourself, a little bit about where you are in this educational process, if you work, if you have kids, family, married, single, where you're from, what you're doing, and post that with a picture of yourself on the discussion board. Also, if you would read the syllabus very, very carefully, it's important that you do that, pay attention to the details, and then you're watching this introductory video, so I know that that's taken care of. Let me take a minute to take you through the syllabus because I know that assignments are certainly on your mind, how much is going to be required of this class. As I said, there are 4 exams plus a final reflection. The 4 exams will be done in the comfort of your own home. You may use your textbook, which is Mary Fisher's Living Religions, can be purchased at the college bookstore, available at Amazon, and also available for rent on Amazon for pretty cheap if that's of interest to you. We will be using the textbook, and you do need to have it to be able to accomplish the tasks and the work of this course. But the 4 exams will be based on information from that book. So there are 4-unit exams. They're the course is broken down to 4 different units, and in a summer class that'll be about 2 weeks each. And so each exam is coordinated with one of those units. And there's also a final reflection that will need to be done in an assessment center, so please be proactive in making sure you have that arranged before the end of this class. And the tests are about worth 200 points of your overall grade. The written assignments are very, very important. Those are really the bulk of your grade. And there are 4 written assignments. The first is actually going to be due quite quickly here because of the timing of this class in a summer session. And the first is going to ask you to check your own baggage as far as your own religion or religion that you don't have. Many of you have grown up in different faith groups, in a mosque, a synagogue, a church, a temple, and maybe have some experiences that have been positive or not so positive. And I'd like you to take a look at all of that. Really assess what you grew up with and compare it to your current beliefs. What do you believe about God? What do you believe about salvation or an afterlife? About how we are to live our lives here on earth? What happens to us after we die? All of those questions are things that religion, or all of us, have, whether you have a religious background or not. Those are all questions that religion does address. And I think it's important, as you're proceeding through a class such as World Religions, that you have taken the time to check your baggage at the door. You'll be able to be much more objective if you understand where you're coming from in terms of your own faith and in looking at other world religions. So I would really encourage you to take some time on that paper. The paper, the number of words per paper is very important. You need to have a minimum of 500 to 700 words for the first 4 papers, and for the 4 papers is required. I also would ask that you do them in MLA format. They are college level papers, so the expectation is that grammar, punctuation are important and matter, and that the font and the font and those sorts of things are all in order with the MLA format. That is also on this website as well. So please do take some time to look at that. That's the first paper. The second is watching a video from Hinduism, from the Kumbh Mela. It's a fun, interesting video. You'll enjoy it, and an opportunity to reflect on that. The other papers, I'll have information up on Blackboard. I'd prefer you don't get too far ahead of us, because we're going to be kind of processing through all of this together. But those are the 4 writing assignments that you have for this class. You're also required in this class to do visits to 4 worship services or centers. It can be tough right now to get to the Hindu temple for a service, because they're off season, not doing as many services as they were. You're required to do a service to a Christian church, and those aren't hard to find. They're on every corner. You can go to Catholic, a Greek Orthodox, a Protestant church of your choosing. I prefer that if you have a home church, that you don't go to your home church. Go do something different. If you have a home mosque, go to a different mosque. A home synagogue, go to a different one. Do something different, but you are required to do all of those visits. Now, the Hindu visit, you may go to the Hindu temple in Fort Pierce. There's also a Buddhist temple in West Palm if you're down that way. All of this is on Blackboard. And then on next Wednesday, I'm looking at my calendar, there's also a calendar of where and when I'm going to be out and about. And if you look on the calendar that's up on your on this page, you'll see that on the 10th I will be at Kashi, which is an ashram up in Sebastian, Florida, about 10 miles north of Vero. Maybe a hike for some of you, well worth it. A wonderful retreat center, place where people live. They have a yoga studio there. And a Swami will be conducting a class and hosting us to talk about Hinduism. So I would certainly encourage you, if you can make your way up there that evening. I think we're going to start at 5:30. It'll be on Blackboard. I do need to know that you're coming, though, so please RSVP, course message me, email me through IRSC webmail. All of my contact information is on the site. You are welcome to put my cell phone in your cell phone. If you text me a selfie, I'll text you back. You'll have my cell phone number, and you can always be in touch with me. Please do stay in touch with me. This is an online class, but I really do want to hear from you. I would really encourage you to make the 10th a possibility if you can. So the 4 visits are important. Again, they need to be written up in terms of about a page and a half. Again, take a picture of yourself at the worship place. That's your way of documenting to me that you are actually there. Take a selfie and send it to me with the paper on the service, the reflection on the service. And as far as the reflection, there is information on Blackboard that'll guide you in how to do that reflection. So the visits project is important. Let me be clear, you cannot complete this project without doing them. You can't blow them off and get a 0, or watch a video or make another way to do it, because there is no other way. This is a requirement, and other students previously have been disappointed when they were not able to complete the class without doing those visits. So please do that. There's also going to be a discussion board for the class, and each week a couple times during the week, you'll be asked to post on the discussion board. There will be questions, and you'll be asked to respond to the questions and then to respond to 2 other students' posts. Again, I would like something, with some substance, not just yeah, that's a good idea or I agree, but some real processing and engaging with the material that's out there. That's our way of being a community and being a class and bouncing ideas and thoughts off of each other. So please do take the discussion board very seriously. Just on a final note, plagiarism is a very serious offense in college. We have built into Blackboard a plagiarism detector, so if something comes through that's not been quite legit in terms of putting in your own words or putting quotation marks and giving reference, it will be flagged, and as I say, that's not acceptable. So just be very careful of that as you're going through this, that you don't do that. Other than that, I think those are the major things. There's also a calendar, as I said, in this Start Here place, because that's going to be helpful to you. I have a